So now that the moon is a quarter of the way around the earth, from earth we can see that we see the first quarter phase, in which we only see this side of the moon that is lit up. So we call it a half moon, that it's the half moon that is lit up. Then as the moon makes its way around the earth, we can see that it starts to wax further. Waxing means that it increases, and from earth we can start seeing the gibbous phase of the moon. So as the moon moves around, it's in this place, and from earth, if we look at it from earth, you need to align the sticks, and you can see it's the waxing gibbous phase of the moon, right? So it's not full yet, but it's almost there. So as it goes around from the first quarter phase, from earth we can see the first quarter, and as it goes around we start seeing more and more of the moon. You need to make sure that you're looking at it from the earth's angle. And finally, when it reaches this place, from earth we can see that the whole of the moon is lit up, and this is the full moon phase, right? And we can see the sun is here, and the rays of the sun are hitting the moon, which is why the whole of it is lit up, and we can see the full moon phase. And then as it starts to make further way around the earth, at this phase we can see that it begins to look smaller. It's waning. Waning means it's getting smaller or disappearing. So we can't see this side of the moon as it's in darkness. We only see this side of the moon, the gibbous phase, which is in the light. And further, as it moves here from the earth, we now again see that we can see the last quarter of the moon, because the moon has made 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarters of the way around its orbit around the earth. So this is called the last quarter moon, and we can see the left side of the moon is now lit up. When the moon is in its first quarter phase, from earth we see the right side of the moon is lit up. So remember, the moon always begins its phase with the right side lit up. So waxing is always on the right. This is waxing, this is waxing. After the full moon, now when we look at the moon, for us the left side of the moon is lit up. So we now know it's the waning, it's in the waning phase. So this is the last quarter, and finally it makes its way around here, and from earth we now see a waning crescent, and it starts to wane even further and further and further and further until it completely disappears and is back to its new moon position. And which is why we see different parts of the moon lit up as it goes around the earth, and that is why we have phases of the moon.